back to Hair Impact. I'm Cassandra Giles, your host. And today we're gonna have another episode of Women Science Diaries. And it's about not being promoted ever as a woman in science. So I think mostly people think that women have great difficulty to show interest in science. But this is far from true, very far from true. The women that do choose to science as a career have gone very huge challenge into become a career woman in science. And one of the most difficult thing there is the challenge to get a promotion. So we see very few women become at the end professors or high level researchers, just high rank of these careers in science because of their gender. And if you notice around you, if you go out now that lockdown is out and you just start noticing things, that's not imply only science but everyday life. So if you go to a coffee shop and you see that most employees that are doing the hard work, the low income work, are women, and usually managers and the head of a department, and it's just higher level jobs are made for men. And you see it every single day, everywhere. So science is just another path, a profession that is actually the same as other profession. So women are not picked to be top level, for top level jobs, for top level positions because of their gender. Now, in every sector, this is not only hurting women, but also the specific sector, especially science. Because in science, we need the greater minds, the people that are thinking out of the box, the inventors, and the people that they're just gonna make something new, something difficultly new to find a cure or the new technology is going to save money or the environment. I mean, we still have so many challenges as a species on Earth, but we still do not allow half of the population to actually make that happen. Because women are about 50% of the population, and they have more challenges and less opportunities. And this is something that we need to change if we actually want to solve the problems of humanity, if we want to contribute to the worst scenarios of climate change, if we need cure for a disease like COVID, for example. A lot of the research we have now with vaccines come from women's science. So until we understand this and we allow women to be promoted and don't stop them, in the beginning of their career, just having the same job, the same position, the same funds, the same money, the same opportunities that they have in the lowest position they have when they started their career in science, they were not going to go far. We're not going to rely on their minds, on their thoughts, on their ideas, on their, cleverness. We just don't take this into consideration when we're seeking for the truth, for solutions, for sustainability. So this kind of difficulty we have as women in science, that we're never getting promoted, is comes from statistic, of course. We see just so few women actually achieves to become professors in universities, but they come also from personal stories. And because we are not getting promoted, the people that they are promoted, the head part of science, are mostly men. And unfortunately, some of these men make our life very difficult. They don't only not allow us to be promoted, but we have sexual harassment, we have other harassment in the workplace because they feel that they are strong and they can do whatever they want without consequences. So they're predators. They are seeking the weak women in science. That's how they see it, but we're not. And we are strong, of course, together. Like any movement that wants to have gender equality in science is the same. I have also similar story, that wherever I start a position, like I was starting at the beginning, they couldn't understand that my degrees, my 3 degrees, my 10, 15 years of experience are not useful to get a higher position. No, I had to start from the beginning, from ground zero, over and over again. And it was frustrating. It's frustrating because in a few years you see in the same level much younger men than you. You are in your 40s and you see a 25-year-old man to get the same money, maybe even a little bit more than you, to have the same level, to have the same job. And it frustrated. You're crushed. Maybe that's why so many women have got so many problems, mental health problems, because of that. And they're choosing a career out of science in profession that they're more accepted to women. They're more feminine out of science because science is still believed to be a male profession. And that's the reality we're living. And again, at that profession, you have to start over and over again from ground zero to going up. And that's the reality. That's our reality as women in science. Because, science is not really considered, as a knowledge we have so much useful in other professions. And that's true, actually. If you are a PhD student, you graduate and, your only way to find, it depends, of course, on the science you had, but mostly you find job in the university in a really limited position in the private sector. So you only scientists, you cannot be anything else. Although you have so much knowledge, so many things to give, you're not allowed to give it because you're labeled as scientists. And of course, for women are labeled women in science. So just a thought out there for you to just think a little bit about how difficult it is for women to never getting promoted, especially women in science. Thank you for being with me with another episode of Her Impact. Make science your superpower, and I'll see you next time with another episode.